Today's video is how you can become a very good care home manager without a clinical background. Now, this question came about when I put out my previous video on how to become a deputy manager. The link will be down below and I would like you to have a look at it. If you haven't seen it already, share it because there might be people who will be benefiting from there, so it'd be nice. And also, if you like it, just hit that like button and let me know that you liked it. Okay, so how do you transfer your skills as a manager in a different business sector into a care home management? It's very simple. I've worked with so many managers who came from retail background. I don't know about any other business sectors, but I'm sure if you can manage a business, you will be able to manage a care home. Now, the managers I worked with came from Tesco's, one came from River Island, which I thought was pretty cool, and I think I also had a manager who came from Topshop. I mean, these were people who didn't have any clinical background and who didn't have to manage anything to do with clinical. Fashion, food, what has that got to do with care? Everything. Care home business is a business. It's a money-making business. It's for you to manage that finances, to be able to spend that money wisely and bring more money in, and it support customers and make people happy. In a care home, you're expected to sell that business. You're expected to go out there and network your home and tell people how wonderful your home is. And it's not just about selling it. It's about also making sure that when people do come into this home, that they are seeing what you're saying. It's exactly the same thing as managing any business. You have to make that business viable. Now, can I just tell you a little secret? For example, if I were to own care homes, not just one, maybe a few, I would actually love to employ somebody without a clinical background. Do you know why? Because often they are more business minded. For example, for myself, when I started management, I didn't understand the business side of things. All I wanted was the best care for my residents, the best care for the patients that were coming in and going. I didn't think about the money, but I forgot that without making money, that business is not going to be viable. And it took me a little while, but I soon learned. And now I am 50-50. I am doing great business as well as making sure that the residents and their families are getting the best. Okay, so yes, you can do that, and that's my point is that you can bring the skills that you've already had in managing a business, making it successful, into care home. Now, to make you informed in the service that you're managing, there is a course that is out there for people like yourself, and the Care Quality Commission would actually like you to be able to do that. It's called the Health and Social Care Level 5 course. I think it's called the QCF Level 5. Yes, it's not MVQ anymore, it's now QCF. You have to have that. I don't need that because I'm a registered nurse and I already have a degree in nursing, but I do have some other leadership and managerial management training out there as well. So if you're lucky to have a company like my company, you get lots and lots of support to be able to develop your skills. Now, be computer literate. The reason is there are so many clinical softwares out there that you should at least have some knowledge of, and also that there are softwares for auditing that you have to be able to use. I don't know what happens in Tesco's and River Island and Topshop, but in healthcare we audit via the iPad and the computers. Therefore, there are softwares there that you have to use, and you have to be computer literate to be able to use them and use them very well. So it's basically, there's so many people coming into healthcare sector to manage homes, and they are not nurses. And also, if you are managing a smaller business before thinking of moving into a care home industry, I would advise you to start small. You can start managing homes like maybe 25-bedded homes or 30, or even you can start off with residential care homes, which often are very small size. They come in small sizes, or you can manage domiciliary care, and that way you can build up your skills. Make sure you do not go into big homes because they can be quite overwhelming. It's best for you to start small and then work your way up. But if you've been a senior manager and or regional manager of retail businesses, yes, you can go for work. because the difference isn't much. All you need to do is learn a little bit about healthcare industry, and that wouldn't take you long to understand what's going on, and you should be fine. For example, I'm managing only 45 bedded home, and I managed it for a few months without a deputy manager actually, and you know, it was tough, but it was wonderful, and that built up my skills. I would not have gone into a 50 bedded home or 60 bedded home. However, saying that, I've managed a 60 bedded unit before, but I had someone looking after me, so it wasn't too much. So bear that in mind. Okay, comes to Care Quality Commission, what they are looking for is that the standards that they've put out there are met, that you are actually enforcing your team to meet those wonderful standards that they've put out there. Okay, so you can do it. This is just simple and short. It's not going to be a long video. I know people are worried, how am I going to make it? Can I bring it in? All you have to be doing is that when you go for your interview, you've got to sell yourself really well. You've got to tell them about the businesses that you've managed. You also have to let them know that you are willing to learn. Now, the thing is, when you don't have a clinical background, it works to your advantage, and I'll tell you that. I am a registered nurse, and to be honest, often I get used more than I should. I use the word used. You know, when, for example, if I get into work and I've got so many things to do, and I've got meetings, and I've got to go out and assess, and I've got all these things planned, and a nurse calls off sick and says, oh, I cannot come in today because all of a sudden I've started vomiting and stuff like that, all this wonderful illness, you have to actually step in and cover that shift if your deputy cannot cover it. Now, I cover shifts ever so often. I really don't mind because I'm very hands-on, and I love looking after people, but there's so many managers out there who don't like doing that. So if you don't have that clinical skills, hey, you do not have to do it. So if you're planning to get into a care home and you're already a manager, yes, you can transfer your skills, your leadership skills, your administrative skills, your ability to manage a business successfully, your ability to bring money in and spend it wisely. That's all you need. And also, most importantly, your people management. How do you build relationship? How do you liaise with the stakeholders? How do you uphold your company out there when you go networking? These are so important. If you've got them, you're good to go. I hope this video has been very helpful. I know it's a bit difficult because it's not much to talk about. But if you have any questions and you're not sure of anything, this is what I'm here for. Please do ask me, and if I'm not sure, I'll find out for you. Now that you've got all these little important skills, go out there and conquer the world, okay? Take care, and please don't forget to hit that like button like a boss if you've enjoyed this video. Take care, bye.